How you doing, guys? Have a great night. Yep. Enjoy life. You're welcome. I wasn't making any money. I was saying hello to people, but I didn't want to bother them until they came back out. Is that leftovers, buddy? um, I didn't want to bother them until they came back out. So I wasn't getting nowhere. I knew I had to speak to them as they're going in, something nice, so that they could remember me when they come out. Like your hair, young lady. You're welcome. Like that. And that's sincere. I really sincerely like her hair. I pick something on the body, and that's where I go from. When they come out, they remember me. They remember me. And then I don't ask them for nothing when they come out. Here you go, ma'am. Have a great day. And she goes either halfway or she hands me, you know what I mean? If not, I'll get her as a regular. She'll keep on coming because she likes to Wawa because she gets good concierge. So anyway, we're going in. Here you go, young lady. Sorry. How was your day today? Come on. How was your day today? How you doing? Thank you. You can come. You're welcome. Hey, what's up, man? How you been? Okay. I've made it a point that I would never steal in here. I've never stole anything. He can vouch for me. I've never stole anything in here, because I don't sit where I eat. I stand there and hold the door. So why would I sit here? You know what I mean? So I respect. If I want something to drink, I want a cup of coffee, and when it's cold out, I go to the manager.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Philadelphia and welcome to another video bringing you the real life stories of so many that are dealing with homelessness and living on the streets. According to the Philadelphia Office of Homeless Services, 18% of the city's homeless population is unsheltered and living in places unsuitable for human habitation.
My name is Stephen Richards. I am Forrester Bull. I am 53 years old. I've been in the hood. I lasted 50 years. Lasted 50 years in the hood. Um, I am right now currently abusing myself on crack cocaine. Um, I did heroin for a long time. I've been clean almost 27 months. Right now, I'm in transition to get an apartment for life with the outreach center. Every time I sign into the outreach, anytime I see them in the yellow vest, I move up on the list. So now I'm triple one, and I will soon have my own apartment.
Okay, can you explain what Triple One is for me or for
Triple
those that
one,
don't know?
triple one status is it's a list, and when you become triple one status, that means you're number one in homelessness, number one in no help, no cause, and number one on drugs. So I'm triple one status. I have
Okay, so
everything against me
how is the status determined?
by how long you've been out on the streets and how many times you've checked in with them. So every time you see them, you got to check in and you move
Gotcha.
up on the list.
Steve, how you feeling today, man?
I'm above the weather today. Above the weather because I'm blessed because I woke up. Number one, number two, life is good. I don't need anything. God always provides everything.
Okay. All right, Steve. Real quick, tell us your current situation.
My current situation is that I am homeless. I've been homeless for 2.5 years, ever since COVID. Three years ever since COVID started. Well, not started, but halfway through COVID, and I got in a fight. I got in a verbal disagreement with my baby mom, and my son said that he loved me more than he loved her, and I had to go get a restraining order because she punched me in my mouth in front of my son, and I bled. And I told my son, he said, "Hit her back, Daddy." I said, "No, you don't hit women." So the next day I went and got a restraining order, and 3 days later she got me a restraining order and kicked me out. I've been out here ever since, evicted.
Okay, and
I choose to be here right now because I'm meeting godly people or meeting people that really need their iron sharpened.
okay, so after she kicked you out, did you have anywhere else you can go?
No, I didn't have nowhere else to go.
So what did you do after that?
I made it a point to realize that I will not be passing through a threshold of a house or in a car for a very long time. I haven't been in a house in almost 2.5 years. I haven't been in a car in 2 years. So I've been on the street, the same temperature as the environment for 2.5 years, cold or hot.
Okay, so did you try using the shelter system?
I tried the shelter system one time. As soon as I walked in there, I got robbed. So I walked out to go get Lucy's. When I came back, all my stuff was gone, even locked up. So I decided this is not a place for me. I'd rather be outside, and I can get robbed outside the same way. So every 4 days, when I get exhausted, majorly exhausted, I fall asleep, and I either leave all my stuff wherever it's at, because I know I'm not going to have it anyway, or someone robs me while I'm sleeping. They won't do it while I'm awake. They won't do it to anybody while they're awake.
Okay, and how you go about getting money and things like that, like while you're out here?
All right. Well, I have a system. There is there's veins and arteries of the city. Not, one of the number one veins of the city is 8th Street. 8th Street is a major vein for major people that have major money. It's easier to panhandle around 8th Street than it is to panhandle around 13th Street. The reason why I'm so easy to do because I have 30 years customer service underneath my belt. Number two, I'm not a slacker. I don't stand there with a sign. I'll go to Wawa or Ross and I'll pull the door. I'll pull the door and I'll concierge. And if I see you walking down the street and you need, I'm always looking for opportunity. If I see you and you're walking down the street and I see that you're a little miscombobulated, or I'll be like, where are you trying to go? After I get you to your direction, I ask for dividends. Best way to get anything out of someone is to compliment them on something that they're wearing. Nice sneakers. Wow, you're glowing today, young lady. Anything like that will bring. Or good in the morning. It's easy to panhandle, but all you gotta do is say good morning because everybody says good morning.
Okay, so your primary way of income is panhandling and concierge.
Yes,
Okay, and how does that go for you?
it goes very well because I pray on it first, and I ask God for what I want. And every time I reach $40, I always give $5 to someone that's sick and suffering more than I am on drugs, like someone sick on dope and really needs a shot or whatever they do. That's how I help them. Don't be greedy.
Okay, and you mentioned you did have a drug of choice.
Yeah, crack cocaine is my drug. Cocaine is my drug of choice. I'm an upper person. I like to be up. I was never a downer person. Percocet bring me up. On
Okay.
other people it brings them down. I'm just like the opposite.
So how much of a part does your drug habit play in you being on the streets?
It has everything to play with it because when I have drugs, time goes fast. When I don't have drugs, I'm hustling to get the drugs so that my time goes fast. I ask anything for God. Within an hour, He'll feed me. So I'm never hungry. I know how to go behind a restaurant and ask for food. I know how to walk in a restaurant and ask for food. I'm not. I'm bold. I'm not.
So you don't believe the drug habit is keeping you out here?
No, not at this time. It was, but now I am the habit keeping me out here. Every time I walk down the street, I ask God, "Am I going the right way?" And what He does for me is He does this. He gives me pennies, all these pennies. Every time I find a penny, it don't matter whether it's heads or tails. I know I'm going the right way. Or if my spirit, you're never scared. Don't ever believe that you're a scared person. If your spirit is on keel, off keel, then you might need to be back on keel. That's the type of stuff that puts me on keel. When I find a dime, I know it's my family. When I find a quarter, um, When I find a quarter, it's even better because God showed me that He's looking out for me, and I never hungry more than an hour.
Steve, what's the hardest part about being out here for you?
For me, the weather, and I have COPD, so I can only do like a block or a block and a half. I got to stop, especially when it's hot. The hardest thing for me is when people start walking towards me and cross the street. That's the worst thing that you could do to the person. Is walk across the street from you. You know what I do? I cross the street and walk right in front of them.